The crypto markets could be in for another crash with the SEC cracking down on regulations. We had lots of stuff going on in the markets, so we're going to go over everything that happened today, trades that we made today, and what we're looking to buy tomorrow. Subscribe to stay up to date on everything happening in the stock market. Now, this was my biggest worry with crypto, and I talked about this last year, probably the year before. Every time anyone asked me about crypto, I always said that the government could come in and screw everything up. It looks like that might be what they're doing, or at least trying to do, and they can go a lot further than they're going now. Binance got sued yesterday. Essentially, they said that they had all of these capabilities to detect when someone was trying to manipulate the market. And then when the SEC stepped in and took a look, which they're allowed to do, they said, you guys can't detect any manipulation at all, so you lied to us, you lied to the people who are using your platform, and we're going to sue you for quite a bit of money. Coinbase is a little bit different. They are, I would say, a little bit more, how do you say it? Legitimate. So their suit is based on the registration of securities and market functions. I don't think it's nearly as bad, but I have not looked as far into it as I have with Binance. And the stock price is reflecting that. They really are not down that much. They took a big hit on Monday and Tuesday, went all the way back down here, came back and rallied a little bit, and then today they're even up 3%. So it doesn't seem that people are that worried about Coinbase. And in my opinion, that is a little bit stupid. I think the SEC has a lot of power, and if they want to really screw over a company and put them in a deep hole, then they can. Another weird thing that happened today is that General Electric decided to sell $2 billion of its own company. They have this healthcare spinoff, GEHC, which is General Electric Healthcare, and they are the parent company of that, and today they decided they're going to sell $2 billion worth of that company. Apple had another acquisition today. They're picking up a augmented reality startup called Mira, and this is following their release of their new headset yesterday, where the main concern was the large price tag of $3,500. So most likely what Apple is trying to do here is slide in on the clients that Mira already has and sell them the headset when they band together and create an even better version of the Apple one that just came out. Pretty soon here, with all the jetpacks and the headsets, we're going to see some super soldiers flying around, being able to see through trees and all sorts of cool stuff. I'm excited for it. Now on to the trades from today. The idea with going through the trades is so that you guys can see exactly what I was thinking in the time that I made them, and that should make you be able to find more trades on your own. Yesterday I made a video explaining why I was going to buy YEXT in the morning. They reported earnings last night after hours. They ended up getting a positive EPS based on a non-GAAP performance analysis, but we won't get into all that funny business. In normal terms, in quarter one of 2022, they lost money. In quarter one of 2023, they made quite a bit of money. They also mentioned the magical term, which is AI. It just gets everyone all happy and excited lately. They think that AI is going to improve their functionality and their outreach, and basically it's just going to expedite everything that they can do. So we picked that up at 11.21. This was supposed to be a swing trade, and I was thinking about 10% for the stop loss, kind of hoping, hey, you know, if we get 20% over a couple days, that's 2-to-1 risk reward, pretty good trade. We ended up with a really good price because I did get it pre-market, and then we went on this crazy run to start the morning. As it turns out, that run was 20%, and that's kind of what we were looking for over a couple days, so why would I not just sell it right there? Took the money, ran with it. That trade's completely closed. Side note, we are also now completely out of the XOM trade from last week. We got 150% on that, and it is done. Next, picked up a momentum trade. These were Palantir calls, and we all know how crazy Palantir can get. This was purely a momentum trade, and on momentum trades, I like to do a scaled exit because you never really know when the momentum is going to start slowing down. Our buy-in was here just about 10 minutes after open, and then we sold half of them here for a 50% gain before it tracked back down here. Now, this is a perfect example of why we take profits sometimes, and sometimes it seems like too early. Well, it went down here, our contracts ended up being down, and the second half of the contracts lost money. Overall, the trade was well in the green, but had we not sold some at the top there, we could have gotten stuck into this, and those contracts would be essentially worthless right now. And it wouldn't be a normal day without a really sketchy daily expiration trade, and we did get one on SPY today. We see a lot of downward pressure here to start the morning. We have a big candle down here, and even though it does recover back, we can see that people were at some point willing to sell it down here at this price. That downward pressure continues, and this is something you can look for in your trades. And even though these candles have a big range, the bodies of the candles tend to still remain below the ones prior to them. That's a very bearish signal to me, so I ended up picking them up here. We only held those for about 15 minutes, but it did result in a 77% gain because those contracts were very high risk because they were daily expirations. Reminder, you can sign up to get these trade alerts live every single day on the link in the description of this video. There's also extensive education about options trading and other subjects. There is a free trial and it is very inexpensive, so check that out if you're interested. Heading into tomorrow, we have a lot of ideas on how to continue getting into some consistently profitable trades. For one, I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on these big tech stocks. I'm going to kind of lump these together into one entity. There's Google, Apple, Nvidia, all of them are pretty much trading at their highs, but today had a slight push down. As of now, I think the sentiment is a little bit too high to try to swing trade puts on these or something, but I do think there will be a couple day period where we get a solid correction on them, and if we were able to catch that with some options, so we're keeping Apple, Nvidia, Google, any of those big tech names, even QQQ, which is the NASDAQ index, we're keeping an eye on all of those with the intention of buying puts at some point soon. Then our good friend Shopify. This is one of my favorite stocks right now, and they had a huge jump just a few days ago. It was based on logistics sales, and their EPS forecast was to grow 715%. So yes, you would expect a jump from some news like that. That is a pretty big claim. We have an open swing trade on them, which is pretty much an investment because I have no intention of selling and don't even really have a price target. But on the shorter term side of things, I think this pullback could be erased very quickly. I think this might be just a little bit of an anomaly, and we could see it come back to this level around 66. I think if it does get back up there, it'll break through it this time. They will likely be something like July expiration, a month, maybe a month and a half. Not terribly long, not leaps or anything, just somewhere in there. And of course, we're still keeping an eye on everything related to crypto because these are very predictable moves. If more bad news comes out, chances are it's going to go down. If good news comes out, chances are it will go back up. This is the kind of thing that I love to look for when I'm trading. It makes my life very, very easy. So things like Coinbase, Mara, these are going to stay on the radar for a while. If you found this video helpful, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out that link in the description to get daily day trades alerts every single day. That's all I got for now. Talk to y'all tomorrow.